Hello and welcome back to another Starbelt Video Portal production. Today we're going to rebuild my compost. I have a skunk and he likes to come in and dig into it and pull stuff out and grab all the worms from the center. I had used a mesh before, but it is not fine enough. He can still get his head in there and pull stuff out. Let's take a look at what we're up against. So here we can see my compost as it is today, and I want to winterize this. I did winterize it last winter, but the skunk got in there and pulled all the worms out of the central core and just kind of made a mess out of it, and it didn't really compost that well. Midwinter I put this mesh up here, and it's about 2 inches by 3 inches, and it kept him out of the core, but as you can see, he's been pulling out stuff with his little head, poking through there and dragging it all over the place. It's just a real mess, and it slows down my composting. Plus, it stinks out here when he's out rummaging all night and his skunk fumes are wafting up through my open bedroom window. So today we're gonna fix all this. We're going to use a 1-inch chicken wire mesh and some stakes to fasten it into the ground and some horseshoe nails. It should be fun. So here's a look at the materials we'll be using. I've got these 4-foot stakes that were like $2 frickin' bucks each, but they're already pointed. I've got this, it's a 3-foot wide roll of chicken wire, 1-inch mesh on it that the skunk shouldn't be able to get himself through. I originally got a 4-foot chicken wire, but then I got no room to pound them into the ground. So we're gonna use a 3-foot chicken wire and affix it with some horseshoe nails. Got a bag of horseshoe nails here. So there's the first bit of it unwrapped. You can see it's got a nice fine mesh to it. I bought 10 of these 4-foot stakes, and that is a 25-foot roll of chicken wire. I'm looking at that over there, and it looks like 5 feet wide by maybe 3 feet thick. So it's 5, 10, plus 6. I've got about a 16-foot system there right now. I mean, the simplest thing to do would be to just hammer one of these in every 2.5 feet. 25 divided by 10 is 2.5. That might be a bit much. I've decided to go with about 20 feet. It helps to have some rocks to hold it down, otherwise it wants to go everywhere. And that'll save me about, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet for a later project, or maybe to patch some holes in my fence to keep that skunk out. Since I have 10 stakes, I'm gonna put a stake every 2 feet. Here we are all laid out, and it turns out that I would need 11 posts to do the full 20 feet because you need one at the 0 marker as well. So I'm just gonna go with 18 feet, which is pretty close to my original estimate of maybe 16 feet I wanted. I will put those underneath the mesh and pound them in. There we are, all nailed down. I used horseshoe nails. They were imperfect nails. There were knots in the boards. The wire mesh doesn't follow a straight line always. I'm not building a mansion here, I'm building a compost container. And I only hit my thumb one time. So now I'm gonna take some tin snips and trim off the edge. I bought a new tool for myself. Craftsman. Pair of side cutters for wire. I think they'll work. Let's try them out. I'd say they worked well. Okay, I'm gonna trim up the other side, roll this up, and bring it to the backyard. There we go, there's the final product. It's my compost in the middle, and my chicken wire all staked down. Those stakes are driven about 1 foot in the ground. I started off with my hammer, but I graduated to the back side of an axe to drive those in. I've got the chicken wire flush with the ground there. I still think he's gonna try and burrow in. So I'll try backfilling that a bit with soil. If I was gonna do it again, I'd probably put those stakes every 1 foot just to make it harder for him to burrow underneath it. I do though think he's gonna have a bit of a chore trying to get anything out of there. And now all of my compost is contained, so it won't be falling into the neighbor's yard or out onto my lawn. I'm quite proud of it. It cost me about $50, maybe $60 Canadian to put that together, and about 2 hours of my time. Here we are after I've taken in my gardens. I was worried I made it too big. Got some nice chonks down there at the base to discourage skunk from trying to dig under there. And if he does, I just find discouraging roots, unless he likes roots. And then I guess they'll be delicious. Well, there you have it. That's how you can make yourself a winterized compost that might be skunk proof for the winter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you have not done so already. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.